So, the big thing that we're going to always stay consistent on here is like, what are the really true competitive advantages, right? So if we're really looking at everything that we're trying to do to be successful, what are your competitive advantages and disadvantages? So I just wanted to say that because we're gonna keep that theme going, right? So again, this whole John Wooden idea in this, vision of success and the peace of mind is the big deal that you kind of want to drive home here. Like, you can have a ton of success and not feel like you're having success because you're not recognizing the success for what it really is. Right. It's all about execution. And we're going to keep driving that home. There's a really awesome book that I read a while back from the Covey Institute. Stephen Covey was the guy that wrote the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And then, his group, and I think it's one of his sons, followed up with the 4 Disciplines of Execution. It's more of a really high level business book. It's one of the best that I've ever read. And we used to, again, have a lot of our employees read it. It's a big management thing, but it's all about execution, right? And that's the big thing, right? You can't really say that you're doing your best if you're not really executing, right? And you hear that all the time. Like we talked about before, people will say that, oh, well, they were so healthy, right? And it's like, well, were they? Like, how were they healthy? Were they really living a healthy lifestyle? Number one, are they completely stressed out of their mind, like most Americans and most people in this world, trying to navigate this crazy clown world, especially now? But, are they sleeping? All of these things that we've talked about in the past, really come into whether you're being healthy or not. Well, so being successful is the same way, right? But it's a more kind of simplified thing. Are you doing what you said that you were going to do? Did you create a plan? Are you creating a strategy to execute on that plan? And then are you executing on the plan? And if you are, you're giving your best effort at that time. Like when we said before with the PT evaluation-based protocol, right? Don't forget to reevaluate, right? And that's the challenge that we have in these systems, in managing things for ourselves or for our clients or for our businesses or whatever it is, to come back and do that reevaluation. It's hard enough to get that first assessment or that first business plan, but to come back and, consistently be reevaluating it. Again, on the business side, we're doing it at least once a month, and basically we should be doing the same thing, for ourselves, taking a little bit of an inventory. Are we doing what we said that we were doing? Really, you're going to have your best success if you can do this somewhat on a daily basis to give yourself a reminder, but at least on a weekly basis to check in. And, this also comes back to this 10 out of 10 principle that we talk about, right? So the idea of being able to maintain a 10 out of 10 for an entire training session, right? Or an entire whatever duration of the thing that you're trying to do. That's kind of goal number one, right? Is just to kind of be able to keep your head in the game and be able to move forward, with this kind of 10 out of 10 focus, right? Sometimes you're going to have things that are going to cause you to lose focus, right? But are you giving that 10 out of 10 effort the entire time? So we talked about these other things before, right? The athletic freaks and the fitness freaks, they're one of the big reasons why we're doing this, because this is a new, kind of population in the world that is obsessed with working out and sports. And, they get things, screwed up, from vanity and narcissism and masochism and sadism, and they don't realize what they're doing. I always joke around and say vanity is my favorite sin.